In today's video, we delve into the world of climate advocates who jet set across the globe while simultaneously urging the rest of us to curb our flying habits. We'll explore the stark contrast between the lavish lifestyles of these environmental gurus and the carbon footprints they leave behind, from private jets and lavish eco-retreats to their presence at global climate conferences. Join us as we uncover the hypocrisy of the "do as I say, not as I do" mentality, and analyze how the elite's climate rhetoric often fails to align with their own extravagant habits. Prepare for a thought-provoking discussion that challenges the narratives surrounding climate action and personal responsibility. 1. Private jets versus commercial flights. In the world of climate activism, a curious contradiction unfolds. While many high-profile climate activists passionately encourage the public to shun air travel, they themselves often traverse the skies in private jets. This juxtaposition is like a chef advising a healthy diet while indulging in a lavish dessert behind closed doors. The allure of private jets is undeniable. They offer luxury, privacy, and convenience, qualities that commercial flights can't match. However, the environmental impact of these airborne palaces is significantly higher. The message seems inconsistent, leaving the public to wonder if the rules only apply to some. 2. Carbon footprint hypocrisy. Private jets are notorious for their substantial carbon emissions, producing up to 14 times more carbon dioxide per passenger compared to commercial flights. Despite this stark reality, climate elites continue to utilize these opulent means of travel. It's akin to someone preaching about the importance of conserving water while leaving the garden hose running all day. The carbon footprint left by these jets is immense, creating a chasm between their advocacy for environmental preservation and their personal travel choices. This hypocrisy raises questions about the sincerity of their commitment to the planet. 3. Attendance at global climate conferences. World leaders and activists frequently fly across the globe to participate in climate summits, often opting for in-person attendance over virtual meetings. This practice contradicts their own sustainability messaging, much like a teacher lecturing on punctuality while consistently arriving late to class. These conferences aim to forge a collective path to a greener future, yet the carbon emissions from these journeys cast a shadow over their goals. The reliance on air travel for these events underscores a disconnect between their intentions and actions. 4. Do as I say, not as I do mentality. A prevalent mindset among climate elites is the "do as I say, not as I do" approach. They advocate for strict travel restrictions and carbon taxes for the public while exempting themselves. It's reminiscent of a parent enforcing bedtime rules only to stay up late themselves. This double standard highlights an unfortunate disparity in the climate movement, where the burden of change is disproportionately placed on the shoulders of the general populace. Such behavior risks eroding trust and undermining the credibility of their advocacy. 5. Lavish eco-retreats and exclusive resorts. Many climate influencers own or frequent eco-luxury resorts that require long-haul flights to access, further adding to their carbon footprint. These retreats are a paradox, offering an escape into nature while necessitating significant resource consumption to reach. It's like a fitness enthusiast driving a gas-guzzling SUV to the gym. The appeal of these exclusive getaways is undeniable, yet it clashes with the principles of sustainability they promote. This dichotomy raises questions about the true priorities of these influencers. 6. Private jets owned by climate advocates. Among the biggest climate advocates are business moguls and politicians who own private jets, despite advocating for net zero goals. This ownership is akin to a doctor smoking while advising patients to quit the habit. The possession of these aircraft underscores a disparity between their public declarations and personal choices. While they push for global carbon reductions, their own travel habits tell a different story. This inconsistency threatens to dilute the impact of their advocacy and raises concerns about the sincerity of their commitment. 7. The push for airline carbon taxes. Proposals for airline carbon taxes often disproportionately impact middle-class travelers while barely affecting the ultra-rich. It's a scenario reminiscent of a toll road where only the everyday commuter pays, while luxury vehicles pass freely. These taxes aim to curb emissions by making air travel more expensive, yet the affluent can easily absorb these costs. This disparity places a heavier burden on those with limited means, highlighting an inequity in the implementation of environmental policies. 8. Frequent flyer miles for the elite. Restrictions for use. Some governments and organizations propose limiting commercial flights for ordinary people, while private aviation remains largely unregulated. This situation mirrors a club with strict entry rules for some but an open door for a select few. The idea is to reduce overall emissions, yet the lack of regulation for private flights creates a loophole for the elite. This imbalance raises questions about fairness and whether the measures truly address the core issue of carbon emissions. 9. The influence of climate celebrities. Celebrities known for climate activism continue to fly globally for events, film shoots, and luxury vacations. This behavior is like a fitness influencer promoting healthy living while indulging in fast food. Their public personas are built on advocating for environmental consciousness, yet their travel patterns tell a different story. The influence of these figures is immense, and their actions can either inspire or disillusion the public. The discrepancy between their advocacy and lifestyle choices highlights the complexity of balancing fame and responsibility. 10. Calls for degrowth, but only for the public. Some climate activists advocate for reducing consumer air travel while continuing their own high-carbon lifestyles. This call for degrowth is akin to a minimalist urging others to declutter while hoarding possessions. The intention is to reduce environmental impact, yet the selective application of these principles raises concerns about fairness and consistency. The public may perceive this as an attempt to control their choices while the elites continue their unabated travel. Such contradictions risk undermining the broader goals of the climate movement.